Dr. Brennan, let's talk needing reading glasses, how it comes about, what can we do?
Well, needing reading glasses, if you're over age 40, it's probably because of the condition called presbyopia. It actually means old age vision. Sorry. But it happens when the lens of your eye, which is the M&M-shaped object that's right behind your pupil of your iris, has all through your life been adding layers and layers of cells, and it gets a little bit bigger, but it starts to just get to be harder. When you're young, it can zoom focus, kind of make a shape like that, but as you get closer to 40, it focuses less than it could before, and as time continues to go on, it gets to the point where it really can't focus at all. So normally, when we look at something far away, let's presume the person has perfect eyes for distance, their lens is relaxed. The muscles that make the lens focus, they're relaxed. And then muscles kick in, and the lens changes shape, and now you can see up close. When the lens can't do that as well anymore, then you get blurry up close. At first, you might just hold things further away and still get the job done okay. But there comes a point where some people come in and they tell me that their arms are not long enough anymore. And then I know I can help them with reading glasses. Now, some people ask me if I don't wear the glasses, if I exercise my eyes, would that work? And if it worked, I would definitely be doing it. But basically, we're taught if the person is this age range to that age range, they're going to need this much power to see up close. And whether you're from a third world country and you're that age, or you're in our country where people usually wear glasses and they have their prescription up to snuff, I can predict what power they need by what age they are.
I see. What power do I need?
How old are you?
59.
You need about a 225 or a 250 add power. And that means in addition to whatever your glasses power needs to be for distance.
That is what I get at the 99-cent store.
Okay, there you go.
So, in fact, let's talk about that. If a person, once he knows what he needs, is it bad to go to the 99-cent store and get the glasses? Or if they do the trick, is that okay? Is that all? Is the end result is, can I read? Or can I not read? Right now, sitting here looking at my computer screen without my glasses on it, I can see the bigger stuff but not the smaller stuff on it. So basically, in order for me to do my job, I would have to put the glasses on it. So is the end result the glasses, or is there other things a person like me could be missing, not going to the doctor, to the optometrist and get it checked? Besides the fact that you have told me about glaucoma and macular degeneration and cataracts which sneak up on you, besides the fact of making sure that we don't do that, but let's just at this moment stay with the reading alone.
Right. Well, let's say the person's getting a routine eye exam, and I find out at the end that they really don't need a distance prescription, and all they really need is reading glasses. Many times I will give them over-the-counter glasses as at least an option. Over-the-counter, you can get readers only. When you have those on, your distance becomes blurry if you wear them like that. So you see a lot of people wearing them down their nose like this. That's why, because they need them to see. Yeah, they don't need them for the distance, but they need them for up close.
Right.
You can find lined bifocals over the counter as well, and that kind you can leave, pushed up, and beneath the line would be the power you need for reading, and above the line would be no power at all. That's how they come over the counter. So if you're a really good candidate for that, I even recommend that because it is a more economical option for you. But after that, the prescriptions, they help people that have maybe two different eyes, one eye that sees better than the other one. Over the counter, they're only going to come equal power, okay? And so some people get headaches if their eyes aren't balanced about equally, and So if you're prone to getting headaches with the over-the-counters, one eye be blurry, one eye be clear, those are reasons that you would probably do better with an actual prescription that's meant just for you.
Mm-hmm. Right. So.
And then the no line option lens, where you can go from distance to near all in the same pair, those you can't get over the counter.
And what's the advantage of those ones?
They're really nice because they can take you from distance to computer distance, which is kind of fingertip range away, all the way up to close, all in the same pair. To me, they're as much like my natural lens was when I could zoom focus on my own. All I have to do is just use a different part of the lens depending on where I'm wanting to see.
And that becomes automatic. You get used. So basically you can transition faster and better and smoother. Is that what you say?
Well, it takes a little bit of a learning curve. You kind of have to learn where you're supposed to look, but it's measured to be as natural as possible, because usually when we're driving and walking, we're looking straight ahead, and that's a more distance thing. So distance is straight ahead and on up on the lens. And then intermediate is usually a little bit down, like I'm looking at the computer right now. And if I tip my chin up, I'm in the intermediate zone, and I can make the computer look as clear as possible. And then if I want to look at something up close, usually that's held down a little bit lower, and your eye sinks down to the lower part of the lens, and now my reading up close is nice and clear. On the contrary, if I put this up high, and I'm looking through the distance part of my lens, I can't read a word on this card. But down here, it's perfectly clear.
Got it. And the person gets relatively fast used to it and then operates that way.
They do. One of the things I didn't like about my no-line when I first went to a no-line, I was used to being able to drive down the road and look at the signs up on the side, just kind of look at like I am now, angling over.
Yeah.
Well, often the side part, it's not quite as clear, so I had to learn to point my nose at what I'm looking at. And a few times I missed the exit because it's like, whoa, I didn't have time to see that until I learned how to point my head first instead of just my eyes.
Right. Okay. Well, there are obviously, a few little tricks one needs to learn when one transitions. But it's nice to hear that, the way one normal operates can be done. So as I said, yes, I walk around with, the glasses on the nose. I guess that's where the song came, there's a song in
I could hook you up with a good pair of no-lines helmet.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, I'm sure you can. But you definitely hit it right on the nose of like how, what the type of glasses are, very much. And yes, if I sit in a car and, I, program in something, be it the radio, the GPS or whatever it is, and then I forget to take them off, and then I drive out in the parking lot and I can kind of go, it's a pretty dim day today, And until I finally realize that I have to take those things off. Wonderful. Okay. Anything else? Go ahead.
Other options for helping with presbyopia or old age vision as well. For instance, the no-line that I was describing before, or a straight bifocal on the computer. Sometimes if you're on the computer all day, you have to tip up like this in order to be in the zone, and that can cause soreness in your neck and shoulders. Mm-hmm. And so for people that are having problems like that or don't want to have problems like that, a computer pair, we start from the computer power, which is kind of like a fingertip away, power on the top, and it progresses to near on the bottom, and that's really good for an office-type pair.
Ah.
And then there's also bifocal contacts. Bifocal contacts are another way to fix that, or monovision contacts are a way to help you so you can see at distance and near. So glasses are not the only remedy for this presbyopia issue.
So interesting to know. So basically a person should tell you, look, I'm working all day on the computer, because then you put where he sees what in a different spot.
I didn't understand your question.
A person who works on the computer, he should let you know when he goes and gets the glasses fit, because in that case you can lower the line so that he doesn't need to be having to put his neck up to see correctly, so that as he looks down, he sees exactly that distance. Basically, you can adjust it of the way what his usual operating and working environment is, and that's how you on the glass fit, be it the nearsighted, the slightly farther, the much further.
Well, not exactly, but you have it. In fact, we'd have to raise the line if they didn't want to tip back to see the
that's
computer.
What I wanted. You can raise or sink the line, depends on what the person overall or most of the time is doing in life.
Yeah, but the problem with that is then the line is in your way when you're walking around, and so usually we do a pair that's dedicated to the computer.
Exactly. Well, that is what I meant. It's you give him if he's like 9 hours on the computer a day, which who can make a living without not working 9 or 10 hours anyway these days, right? So that it's worth it to get that second pair of glasses, just like people get sports glasses, because that's when they operate different or they need to have a more sturdy frame or whatever it might be. For different, we use different clothes for different occasions also. Why not use different glasses, right?
I'm actually thinking about getting one for my work time, because not so much for the computer, but looking at the foreopter and things like that. I find that I'm tipping up a lot, and I'm having a sore shoulder problem, and I'm thinking maybe if I get a pair like that, some of that will go away. I'm hoping.
Let us know whether it does, so that and then try it on yourself first, and then you know how to adjust it for your patients even more, I guess. So, well, Dr. Brendan,
yeah, then I'll really be able to testify, won't I?
Exactly. All right, Dr. Brendan, bye.
Bye.